Hi everyone. So here's a longer reflection around marriage, really. I was talking to my brother the other day about relationships, and it made me think of my own. My wife and I have been married for, I think, 13 years. Not a lifetime, but enough to have gone through some pretty serious storms. What I told my brother is that, don't focus on perfection, because the partner you have today isn't going to be the same partner that you have 10 years from now. So find somebody that is willing to fight alongside you in the good times and the bad, especially the bad, and that can thrive with you in the good, and understands that, people change over time, and that marriage is actually hard work. Early on, my wife got, viral meningitis, probably a few years into our marriage, which led to about a year or two of anxiety, depression, caused by chronic migraines 24 hours a day. Nothing we tried in the US helped. Eventually, she decided we should move to Thailand for treatment and to be closer to family. So I followed. It would have been weird if I stayed in the US, so I definitely followed, and to support. And I was blessed to find a good job here, and over time, Jib did start to heal. This was not an easy time. I was working full-time, sleeping in hospitals, and running on fumes. I even started seeing a therapist, and started taking antidepressants just to make it through. But we made it. Then we spent about 5 years trying to have a child. 11 failed IVF rounds, and if anybody's ever done IVF, there's a lot of hormones, there is pain involved, it's just not a very fun process for the wife or for the person that is bearing the child, because it's just so emotional of a ride, and there's just so much pain and disappointment involved if it doesn't take. But we went through 11 rounds, and eventually we turned to surrogacy, and because conceiving naturally just wasn't an option. And by the grace of God, we finally had our son, and he'll be 3 in January. And now I'm the sick one, battling cancer. She is still the strong one, and has always been. She's held us together emotionally, chased down doctors and treatments, and managed to be an amazing mother to Silas through all of it. She's also handled my mood swings with probably more grace than I deserve. Sometimes I forget how serious this is. I don't fear dying. I fear not being there for my family when they need me. Most days I just think of myself as recovering from, something long-term or some long-term illness. But when somebody said, I'm literally fighting for my life, it kind of hit me that I need to fight that much harder for my family. Marriage isn't a fairy tale. The person you marry won't be the same person 10 years later or the 10 years after that. Life will change them and you. Knowledge, experience, all that stuff. But the right person is the right person that will grow and evolve with you, and is willing to adapt, and able to communicate. If you're lucky, they'll still be there when times get really hard, fighting with you, not against you. I've got that, and I definitely don't take it for granted, especially now. So just a reflection on our journey this last 13 years. With the cancer treatment, everything seems to be going well right now. Still fighting hard every day, and thank you for all the encouragement and support. Talk to y'all later. Bye.